Hey guys, it's Jen from JCats Creations, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a rainbow flower wreath, and we will be also making a fluffy cotton center to go into it. In light of recent events, there's a lot going on in the world lately, and I just really, I woke up this morning and it's rainy and gloomy here in North Carolina, and I was like, I really want to make something bright and cheerful. And I decided I'm just going to share it with you guys as I make it. Hopefully, brighten some spirits a little bit. Something, we all need a little something lately. Hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. And like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So I'll get right into it. I would normally make the center after the flower. This time I'm going to make the center first because I want to make sure that it's dry by the time I get to attaching it. So for the center, what I'm going to be using now, this is just stuff I had around the house. I didn't go shopping anywhere. I didn't order anything. This is just what I hunted around and found that I could use today. I know a lot of us are probably in that position. We don't really want to be spending the extra money, or, we don't really want to be going out. So like I said, it's just everything I'm using is just stuff I had on hand. So first of all, I will be using, this is from Dollar Tree. There's styrofoam circles. So you get 2 in a package for $1, and we will be using just one of them. So I have one out already. I cut 2 little pieces of felt, and that's what I'm going to be using to help attach the pipe cleaners to the back so that we have a way to secure it to the wreath frame. So it was just, random felt that I have. I actually try to pick colors that would maybe be easier for you guys to see what's going on. So that's why I got the wacky colors. But hey, we're all about bright colors today. I have cotton balls and I have glitter. That'll be optional, up to you guys. And then I have a matte finish spray. The reason I'm using this is because I don't have spray adhesive on hand right now. But I already tested this out and it actually worked very well. I just needed something to get the glitter to stick to the cotton balls. And that actually worked very well. So I'm just going to use that. If you have a spray adhesive, go ahead and use that. But I just don't happen to have any right now. So my idea, since the flower is going to be rainbow colored, I decided that I wanted to kind of like a fluffy cloud cotton ball sort of a center. So I will also be using hot glue. I got my glue gun all ready to go. And that's what I'm going to use to attach the cotton balls. Now these are just cotton balls from my local grocery store. These are the triple size. I don't have a ton in here. I know it doesn't look too bad, but once you kind of get them on there, I wish I had a few more. If you guys have more than I do, then you could definitely make this whole thing fluffier. But like I said, just using what I have on hand. I kind of laid it out before. I didn't use all of them, but I did use a lot. I wanted to save some too, but like I said, if you happen to have more, feel free. And like I said, they're the triple size. If you have the smaller ones, then you're just going to have to use more. So all I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to attach the pipe cleaners to what's going to be the back side so we get that out of the way. So this little piece of felt, I'm just going to get some hot glue. Oop, knocking stuff over. And I'm just going to get some glue on here. And put that in the middle. And I'm just going to use this as a base to stick our pipe cleaners to. I just try to pick stuff that I thought people might have on hand to use. So just get that glued down. And when you're using the high temp hot glue on these styrofoam discs, it will melt it a little bit, which actually sometimes is a good thing because it does help it stick a little bit better. So I'm just going to get that stuck down. And then I figured what I would do is just run the pipe cleaners across and just try to leave an even amount on either side. And that's what we're going to be using at the end to attach to the frame. So I'm just going to crisscross them like that and get some more glue on there. And then use the second piece of felt that I had cut, and I'm just going to put that over, just kind of get it all glued and sealed up together here. So that just kind of seemed like the quickest and easiest way to get this done. Like I said, things that I thought people would have on hand if this was something you wanted to give a try. And then that should definitely be secure enough for when we go to attach it later on. And since I have some glue that's still hot there, I'm going to, no, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I have a little, it's like a rubbery mat that I put down over my regular mat because hot glue will stick to this and it gets a little hard to get it off. So this little rubbery mat I'm going to put down so that I can flip this over and do what I need to do, and I don't have to worry about it sticking. It's like a silicone. It's actually pretty helpful. I think my husband had got this for me a while back, and I think he said he had got it from Target, but I'm sure a lot of local craft stores carry this type of thing. So we have that part done. So all I'm going to do now is just start attaching cotton balls. So I'm going to put some glue on the edge. And what I figured, because I want this total size to be about 7 inches, this itself is just under 5 inches. So I'm just going to attach at the very edge, have that cotton ball hanging off pretty far. And that, excuse me, so with the both sides sticking out that far, that's going to give us about 7 inches that we need. And then I'll just do a couple more. I'll cut away and finish it, so you guys get the gist of just gluing on cotton balls. So just like that. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to cut away and I'm going to fill out the rest of it. And then I'm just going to put a whole bunch in the center. So when I come back, I'll have all of this done, and then we'll... Okay, so I am back. I have all of my cotton balls glued on. Took maybe about a minute to do it, so not a big deal. I counted, I did end up using 27 in case people were curious. So I just have them layered on there, and I just try to kind of overlap a little bit so we didn't have any gaps. But what's nice about the cotton is if you look at it after and you could see down into the styrofoam a little bit, just pull on it and spread it out a little bit. And, you can get the coverage that you need. And the back has dried up very well at this point, so we're good to go with that. So at this point, you could leave this as is, and not do anything more. I wanted to add some glitter to it, kind of, give it a little bling bling. So that's where the glitter and the matte finish spray come into play here. As I said, I have this. I'm going to do this here. I don't recommend doing that normally because the stuff stinks. I don't feel like going outside, but normally I would. So I'm just going to give it a light spray. Like I said, it was just enough to kind of get it wet and a little bit of sticky. This was my practice cotton ball. I'm not sure if you guys can see the sparkle on it, but the glitter stuck to it just fine. And, since this is for me, my purposes, it's fine. It works. So I'm just going to give this a quick light spray. And then the glitter I have, it's like a white iridescent. So it would just be, a little bit of a sparkle to it. Nothing crazy. If you want to get crazy, go right ahead, whatever you want to do. And just sprinkle it on. It's a very fine glitter. I actually wish I had something that was a little bit chunkier, because then I feel like I have to put so much on. And just a little more. It's completely up to you. As I said, you don't have to do this at all. I just kind of wanted to give it a little sparkle in the middle. So something that's pretty quick and easy to do. And now I'll have glitter on my hands for the next 3 days. As we all know, it never goes away. So that'll be fun. So up close, hopefully you can see the sparkle. I don't know. I hope so. That's what it looks like. So I just wanted to get this done and out of the way so it could dry up completely by the time we go to put the center in. So I'm going to get this out of the way and we're going to start on the flower. Okay, so for the flower, I will be using a 10-inch box wire frame. Box wire means 4 wires and it's flat. It's not raised. And it's the same frame I use for pretty much all the flowers I make. So I will be using that. I did use a rotary cutter and a mat to cut the poly burlap that I'm going to be using. If you want to use a, you know, some people use a hot knife or wood burning tool, whatever you guys want to do. It's just what I used. You will need pipe cleaners for attaching the petals that we're going to make, and the poly burlap. So as I said, I wanted to do a rainbow. So I have my red, I have my orange, let's see, yellow, green. I just had enough green, so I was able to pull this off. This is actually the lime green color. I know there's a few different shades of green, but this is lime green. And then the blue, there's a light blue and a dark blue. I think they call this royal. It's the darker one. So I'm going to use this shade of blue and purple. So if you've seen, I actually recently did a poly burlap one tutorial. And I'm going to be putting the petals on the same way as I did that one. Let me just get these out of the way right now. So it's a total of 24 pieces that I cut. The pieces are 10 inches by 10 inches. I will not be using the outside ring, just going to be using the inner 3. So on this third ring, in or out, you know, second one in, however, I know everybody says it different. So this ring, we will be using 10 pieces, and I will be using 5 of the red and 5 of the orange. So I'm just going to start with red. And I'm going to start on the crossbar. So it'll be for this third one. And then take a piece and make the petal shape. Bring the 2 edges in, scrunch it up, and make your petal. And then I always take the pipe cleaners, I wrap it around the back and secure it. Just kind of tuck it out of the way. So what I'm going to be doing is there are 5 crossbars on this 10-inch frame. So all of the crossbars will be getting the red, and then I will be putting the orange in every one in between. And the way I like to do it is all the reds will kind of be underneath and the oranges will be over the top. If you've watched any of my recent tutorials, this is how I've been doing it. So I'll just do quickly here what I'm talking about if you haven't seen that. So I would do another red for the crossbar. Normally I would use pipe cleaners that match, but I just try to pick stuff that I think it's easier for you guys to see. It doesn't really matter. It's just more of a aesthetic thing, but I know if you use the same colors, you know, it gets a little bit harder to see everything. So then the orange I would be putting in the middle of those two. So it'll be like that, where the red will be underneath the orange, but we are still working on the same ring. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go around finishing off my orange and red, and then we will go on to the next. Okay, so I have all of the red and orange pieces on now, as you can see. So the next ring in, which will be this ring, either the second one in or the third one going that way, we're going to be using that one. Now on this ring I only use 8 petals, so I have 4 pieces of yellow and 4 pieces of green for this one. And also for this one, since you know I don't have the crossbars kind of equaling correctly for me, I just kind of, you know, put a yellow here, and then one on either side, and then I'll fill in the green over those. So I just kind of make my own marks at that point. And all I really do is I just kind of pick a spot where the red is here. So this happens to land on a crossbar. If it doesn't, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to put the pipe cleaner there. And yellow will be next. Okay, got my yellow. So I've got the yellow there, so I'm just going to go directly across and put another one. So all I'm going to do at this point, I will put another yellow here and another yellow here. So it's just crisscrossed. And then I will fill in with the green over those and the spaces in between. So I'm going to get that done. And okay, so I have the yellow and green layer done now. So as you can see, the rainbow is coming along nicely at this point. So we are down to our center ring. So for this one, we will be using the blue and the purple. The blue will be the one that I put down first. And since I'm using 3 of each color for a total of 6 on this ring, I will be making a triangle shape is how I spread this out. So once again, I just pick a spot in between whatever I've got before it. And the blue will go down. Excuse me. So, excuse me again. All I'm going to do for this one is I've got the one here, so I'll be putting one here and one here in a triangle shape. If your edges are touching each other, then you know that, they're pretty much equally spaced out. So I'll be putting the 3 blue down, and then I will be putting the 3 purple over that. And then after that, we're just going to attach the center and we'll be done. So I'm going to finish up the blue and the purple, and then Okay, back once again. I have all of the blue and all of the purple on now, so we are done with attaching the petals. As I said, all I did was do a triangle. So you see I've got the blue, 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 and then I just put the purple over in between those. So at this point, we've got all of our petals on, and it's time to attach our wonderful fluffy cloud center. I don't know. Once again, I have no idea if you guys can see the sparkle until I watch this after. I hope so, because it's really cute. So this is all dried up. It really didn't take me very long to make this flower, and this is totally dry. It's fine to touch, so it doesn't really need that long. I just wanted to make sure. And the back dried up nicely. It's nice and secure, so that's good to go too. So at this point, we're just going to attach this, and then we will be done. So I just folded these in so I can put it in here. And I'm going to flip it over. Don't worry too much about flipping it over. You can just fluff up your petals again if you need to. So I'm just going to try and eyeball this being pretty even in the back here. And then just attach to the bars. This is a very lightweight center, so thankfully we don't have to worry about securing it too much. You know, what we have here is plenty. It's not going to go anywhere. I usually do a cross like that, and then I'll go and do the other two. Just kind of make sure it's all tight and even. I'll wrap them around a couple times. Just like that, just make sure I don't get too crazy, just enough so it stays there, so that when I flip it over, it's not going to flop out, but it's not so much that if I need to make any adjustments, it's easy enough to just flip it back over and, fix it up a little bit. And then once I know it's exactly where I want, I'll wrap these around even more just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And yes, I do cover the backs of these. I'm not going to show it. I have showed it in a few videos already. It's basically just a piece of felt that I cut into a circle and I zip tied to the back of it. I'll find one of my videos that I have shown it in, and I will link that down below. Down below we'll have all the supplies and everything too, so you can find all that information there. So that should be pretty good. And we flip it over. And, the cotton is easy enough. If you've, for any reason had some kind of a little gap, you just kind of pull it out a little bit, fluff it. It's kind of nice to work with, actually. I wish I had thought of this sooner. So I'm going to hang it up on the wall, and we can give this a look-see and see what we think. So just bear with me 1 second while I get ready. Okay, and there we have it. That is our, sorry, this is my light in the way over here, but that is our rainbow wreath. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I know I did. It was something different. Like I said, hopefully, brighten some spirits with everything that's going on lately. Give you guys an idea, maybe something to do to keep busy. I know we're all trying to do that now. So there's the glitter. I think you guys can see it. I like glitter, so I had to do it, but you don't have to. And there's the side view as much as I can. So once again, hope you guys really like this. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all you guys that watch my videos. At this point, I'm going to sign off, but I hope everyone stays safe and healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.